the Cagesiders. I'm Jeremy Long, along with my co-host, as always, Angelo Reyes. They call him Asian Hillbilly. So I'm so glad.
I am actually loving all of the comments we're getting at on our Cagesider.com site, and it's crazy. It's like, really? That's the comment? You're gonna leave? Okay.
Because it's all hate. It's all hate, and we love it. We love your internet. Never change. Another great weekend of fights. A lot of big fight news and things like that. But let's kind of recap.
Okay.
Let's start with some Bellator. Bellator 179 came at us fast and furious, like a lot of good fights.
And you know I love me my Scott Coker, so let's talk about that Bellator fight, because I saw a cool a knee knockout.
Yeah.
We saw the return of the Red King. Am I saying that right? The Red King?
Yes.
Right. And then,
Liam McGarry.
Yes! And I was shocked because we were thinking, oh yeah, Liam will tap this guy.
Yeah.
And oh man, what a reversal. So, yeah, what do you think? Do you think it's because they were friends? That maybe that's what it was, or
I guess you could argue that, but that would be taken away from Vassell. Vassell is a very, very talented fighter, very good on the ground. I think he was overshadowed, kind of flew under the radar a little bit when talking about Liam McGarry, but he got the job done, man. He took him down with ease. Liam actually kind of looked a little out of shape, maybe a little rust on him because he's been out for a little bit.
Okay.
So, he wanted to start off with a win. Unfortunately, gets tapped.
What do you think would
Arm
be?
triangle choke, I believe.
Yeah. What do you think would be next for the two? Like, you don't think an automatic rematch or anything?
No. It was in dominant fashion by Vassell there. So he kind of moves on in the rankings. Liam has got a huge following within Bellator. Well, huge for Bellator.
Right.
So we'll see where it kind of goes there.
Right.
Scott Coker is no doubts has plans for him.
Right.
Because he does have a big following in the UK.
Right.
Things like that. So
Right.
he's probably not going to drop too far in the unofficial rankings.
Well, my favorite part, I would say, of the card was that huge knee. That was so cool. I mean, for me, being a striking coach, whenever I see combinations and then the way he did the setup, his opponent ended up in the back of the cage, and then he just does that flying knee right into the chin. I mean, that's picture perfect, man.
It really was, and it happened on the undercard, I believe. I'm looking for it here. It happened on the undercard. Edwards and I can't even say this guy's name. Cedrowski.
Okay.
Maybe that's pretty close.
We will go with that one.
Edwards hit him with a beautiful flying knee. Put him on his butt, man. Ended the fight. Didn't follow up because there was no need to. His opponent was clearly out. But beautiful setup. You can kind of see it there. Set up right into that flying knee. I like flying knees. Bellator kind of becoming the de facto home of the flying knee.
MVP,
Michael Page.
I mean, just lots of we're getting a lot of knockouts actually off of Bellator fights. I remember it was a few cards ago that Michael Chandler knocked someone out.
One of the Pitbull brothers.
Yeah. I mean, again, Bellator is a product. I mean, as a company, I think they're great. I think they're putting out great fights, and I'm excited about that MSG fight. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that New York pay-per-view, their first pay-per-view, is coming at us real quick. Going to be here in just a couple of weeks. But we did see, like you mentioned earlier, the return of the Red King, the longtime UFC fighter. Rory McDonald made his Bellator debut, and facing the always dangerous Paul Simtex Daly.
Yeah, completely dominated him.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
And made it look, I don't want to say easy, but made it look easy. Took him down at will. And even the striking. Roy's striking was crisp, it was clean, he was in, he was out, lots of head movement, lots of that, in and out. Simtex, of course, was just loading up, waiting for those big shots, which he does have, those heavy hands of his. But Rory, this is a different beast, it's a different level.
I was going to ask you this question. Do you think that in Paul Daly's head that night was MVP? Because they got in a scuffle, like in the back, and then everybody got to see it. So what do you think? Do you think Paul Daly was thinking about Rory, or did he have like MVP in his head?
No, I don't think so any more so than his other opponents. Paul Daly is always going to look for that big shot, and that's those big shots that that earned his name Simtex along that way and fashion and everything else like that. So, but I don't think he's used to. Well, he's been gone from the UFC for a long time. I don't think outside of a few opponents here and there, he's really faced a caliber fighter like a Rory McDonald, who's used to facing the best fighters in the world.
Yeah, no, he was fighting around.
Just a different beast, man. A different beast altogether.
Yeah.
So we also had some boxing, some great fights.
Man, that was so we had PBC boxing, which again we don't have a lot of time to talk about this. So there's boxing on PBC. David Benavidez, and congratulations to you and your dad. That was an awesome knockout over Porky Medina. And then there was we got to see Terrence Crawford. Obviously looked awesome. My man, Ray Beltran, my old friend from Wildcard Gym, congratulations. And Trump, give him his green card. What is up? And finally, Showtime Boxing. Oh, Showtime!
Gary Russell Jr. Did his thing, man.
Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what was really cool? I want to thank you, Showtime, for retweeting what I said. When the Gary Russell Jr. Fight started with Escandon, I said, man, this totally reminds me of when Floyd Mayweather fought Jesus Chavez in San Francisco. And then Steven Espinoza, the president, liked it. Showtime retweets it. Thank you guys. Cagesiders loves Showtime Boxing. And thank you for all the highlights you keep giving us, of course. And then the craziest thing that happened on that night was Andre Durrell. Did you see the whole Andre Durrell? Okay, he got hit twice after the belt. Okay, so rightfully so, he should win the belt. That was wrong. But I don't know if, again, who's the top guy, if he was doing it on purpose or not. Maybe it was heat of the moment. But what was definitely wrong, and it's inexcusable, is for Andre Durrell's coach, no matter how angry he gets, no matter how mad he gets, to walk across when the fight is already over to that opponent of Andre Durrell and sucker punch him left hook. And now I think the police are looking for him.
Yeah, he definitely is facing battery charges, assault charges, and his uncle, his trainer, uncle, coach, kind of crazy. One of those moments in sports that's infamous and gets a lot of those retweets, but it's not.
That's bad, man. It's bad for boxing.
And also, we saw very quickly Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, no, now that is good for boxing. Gervonta Davis, who Floyd Mayweather has been sparring, which means he's ready. You know he's getting ready at any time for Conor McGregor. He looked very
impressive against another undefeated fighter.
But yeah, Gervonta Davis is knocking out Liam Walsh the way he did it. We can start to say, remember we talked to Al Bernstein on our show about this, we can start talking about maybe he is the truth. I think one more fight, and then we get to say Gervonta Davis is the truth.
I'm going to say he's the truth now, man. I like Tank. I like him.
I like him.
Get him on the show soon. All right, so stay with us when we come back. We're going to have more and talk some more with some of our guests. A little who would you bet on later on in the show. So stay around. All right, Cagesiders, we'll be right back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Cagesiders. Jeremy Long, along with my co-host, the coach, Angelo Reyes. We're joined in studio now by a very special guest.
Oh, man.
Jason Manley.
Oh, Jason Manley.
Grappling coach extraordinaire.
I'm telling you, what's crazy is this guy travels so much. I mean, he's going Italy, Russia, and he got on a private plane just to be in our studio today.
That's what we do, folks.
That's
who we pull in. I love to be on the itinerary, man. I love that.
Appreciate
thank you so
guys
much for joining
me.
us, man.
Thank you guys.
Now, Jason, I know, obviously, everybody would know you from the huge ESPN story about you training Ronda Rousey. But let's go back to the history of all of this, because you're one of the original Cesar Gracie black belts. And I'm a Bay Area man, so I'm thinking scrap bag, Gilbert Melendez, Nick Diaz. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, that goes way back. So I'm the fifth fighter to receive a black belt from Cesar Gracie. All the other four before me were all UFC title contenders. So I'm amongst great company. But yeah, I started training there maybe almost 18 years ago. I think it's around 2000.
Wow.
Around 99, 2000, I started training there. So me and all those guys, Nick, Nate, Gilbert, Jake, David Terrell, that whole posse, we go way, way back. And all the other, there's a million beasts in there that people don't even know. But that place molded and made me for sure.
Yeah, no, and you know that his place in Orange County
Yep.
is the only Cesar Gracie place in all of Southern California. I believe it's called Gracie Fighter Dojo.
That's right, Laguna Hills, California, Gracie Fighter Dojo.
Yeah, and tell us about some of the fighters that's coming out of there, because my man here was like, oh man, I know that guy, I know that guy.
We got some monsters. So Rachel Cummins, who just did the Ultimate Fighter trials today, she's coming out of there. Uriah Hall's coming out of there. We got some beasts in Italy, Eliana Valentino, Giorgio Laverno, Federico Mini, Matt Alfonte, who was a Tough Enough champ here in Vegas, Anthony Marzette. We've got a ton of killers in there. Brandon Halsey, who's fighting, he was the Bellator champ. He's fighting Shlemenko this coming weekend. AJ McKee, Joey Davis, all those guys that Gracie Fighter Dojo and the Body Shop with Antonio McKee, my partner. I mean, we got some hitters coming out of there.
Crazy, right? And you know where I'm at, me and Jason. We go back to Berkeley. Because this guy decided to go to Cali. And he had his own little dojo there.
Gracie Fighter Berkeley.
Gracie Fighter Berkeley. And I had my karate dojo down the street on University Avenue, right? And then Anna was working on getting her black belt at that time for her karate, Kempo karate black belt.
Did you guys rumble or something?
No.
Like West Side Story?
Cool, no, this is no. Here's what's cool, and this is why to this day we're still really good friends with Jason Manley. Is we walk in there, and you always wonder, like when you walk into a dojo, are they going to treat you a certain way because you're coming from a different martial arts?
Absolutely.
This guy treated us with so much respect, and to this day, Anna still says that's one of her best experiences because she went in there, they treated her like no problem, and then right away you knew these are good people, man. They're not gonna, this whole group, they're not gonna be trying to hurt you. So if you want a safe place to train, and you want a good head coach or a great grappling coach, you guys got to go to Jason Manley. I mean, this guy's safe. So safe that Ronda Rousey trusts him. You know what I mean? Come on, right?
Now, it's safe. We're not gonna try to hurt you, but we are gonna try to hurt you. Well, in love. So yeah, it's a good place to train for sure.
Now speaking of which, you have a couple of fighters fighting in Italy tomorrow night. It's on a Saturday night for Venator, right?
Yes. Venator FC.
So he's gonna jump on his private jet and then go to Italy.
That's what he does.
Well, yeah, not mine. Frank Miranda's private jet. He sends me the owner of Venator. He's gonna send me a private jet, fly me out to Italy to go coach the guys up. But yeah, Giorgio Laverno and Federico Mini, who's the featherweight champ for Venator. They're fighting in Rimini Venator Fight Night this Saturday. This is the best show that I've had the pleasure of working with. They just take so much great care of the fighters and the coaches. So yeah, I'm always looking forward to when we go out there.
Are we going to see both your guys get submissions, or what are we going to see?
Well, you know what? Those guys are strikers. They have beautiful striking. Giorgio definitely is primarily a striker. Federico mixes it up a little bit more. So I don't just work with my guys on what I do. So if you're a striker, you got great striking. We're just going to work on that defense, stopping those takedowns, defending on the ground, getting up to your feet whenever you want to. That's what we're going to do. So that's mainly the focus for those guys. They're looking for the knockout. So we're just shutting down the grappling rather than using it offensively.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy, huh? You know what's fun too is when you're talking martial arts with a guy like Jason Manley, and he has so much expertise. You're right. It's not just we don't just talk grappling. Like today. I mean, I don't want to say it, in public because it was a private conversation. But we talked about, hey man, if you were coaching this one fighter, how would this one fighter beat this other fighter? And the way he explained it is so smooth. He was like, everybody thinks grappling is this, but it's actually this other thing. So when you think about your philosophy of teaching your fighters, what would you say that is?
It's all about the fighter's strength. So what are you good at? If you're on a Hulatin and you're a 3-time, 4-time boxing world champ, I'm not trying to make you into a jiu-jitsu world champion. I'm trying to give you the key principles and philosophies that are going to allow you to shut down what you need to shut down to get back to what you should be doing. It's the same thing for a wrestler. If you're a wrestler, we're going to get to wrestling positions. We're going to use grappling to get to wrestling positions and utilize your 10, 15 years of wrestling. And if you're a grappler, if you're somebody that's going out there, like a Rachel Cummins looking to fly an armbar and break limbs, we're going to do that. So it's all about building on the strengths and not trying to make you somebody that you're not.
Man, that's exciting. Well, okay, we loved having you in the studio. Give us one last plug for your gym, where people can find you in California, man.
Gracie Fighter Dojo, Laguna Hills, California. Please come and train with us. Not just adults, we got kids killers, so come in there and get a piece of Kobe Dobbs and Janelle Tkachuk and Luke Loomer and all. We got a squad, so come in there, come check us out.
Any quick Nate Diaz news? Nothing? No.
They're fighting soon. Nick and Nate are fighting soon. I don't know when against who, but they're fighting soon for sure.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Jason, for joining us in house. All right, stay with us after the break. We're gonna have a little bit more. Who would you bet on from the Cagesiders? Stay with us. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Cagesiders. Jeremy Long, along with the coach, Angelo Reyes, sporting his Roy Jones Jr. promotion boxing gear that apparently.
I must have forgot.
Yeah.
Mr. Unstoppable.
There you go.
Remember, he told us his new record's coming out this year.
No, it is. Absolutely it is. Yeah, it's good times. But we're joined in studio right now by the lovely and talented Ariana Marie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And this is one of our favorite segments. Who would you bet on?
Who would you bet on?
Well, we're talking Errol Spence versus Kell Brook.
Kell Brook, Errol Spence. A showdown between two of the best welterweights in boxing right now. And this fight is, wow. This is going to be a great fight.
I mean, if you thought
this is not Chavez Jr. and Canelo. People are going to be throwing punches in this.
Oh, man. Somebody's going to get knocked out. And, in fact, if it goes the distance, it would be very hard to believe. It might even be like how Sean Porter fought Kell Brook, and it was a split decision, remember?
Right.
That's how Sean lost the IBF to Kell.
Yeah.
But Errol Spence has been on this knockout streak. And Kell Brook, this is his comeback to 147.
Right.
But we want to know, since you're such a big boxing fan, what you thought of it, and who would you lean towards on this fight?
Well, given that Kell Brook has more experience, and he actually has more experience with guys that are left or southpaw.
Yeah, southpaw.
Okay. I think I'm leaning towards Kell Brook, to be honest.
Going for it. See, look at that. London, you're getting love from Ariana Marie here. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Kell Brook, 36-1, 25 knockouts.
Only loss was moving up 2 weight classes against Golovkin. I mean, is that really a loss?
Is that right? Can you count that a loss? I don't think you really can. So that's a safe pick. That's a really nice pick.
And it's a great pick, actually, because a lot of people are saying he's the one that might lose. And though it's 50-50 and it's in his hometown, a lot of people are really high on Errol Spence and his youth and coming from Texas. And you being from Texas too, I'm actually a little surprised that you picked against the Texas guy. But okay, Kell Brook, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He has a cool name, and he's got a little bit of experience than the other guy, I think, and I think that's probably my guy that I would go for.
All right, she's going special K. Jim.
I like it. Errol Spence, 21-0, 18 knockouts. He's a young guy. He's hungry. He's up and coming. I like that normally in fighters, but Kell Brook, man, I cannot go against this guy.
Okay.
His only loss against Triple G, a guy who's going to be fighting Canelo, for the championship and everything, the fight of the year. People are hoping, as long as he gets better than Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko. So, I agree with you. That's a good pick. I like that pick. Kell Brook.
Okay, see, now look, here's what I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. This is what he does to me. He's now learning that if you pick against what I say, you'll win. That's why he's actually beating me.
That is the best pick available. So, choose opposite from the coach. Choose opposite.
But I understand what Ariana was saying. I understand what my good friend and colleague here, Mr. Jiggle, was saying. But I am going Errol Spence, and I'll tell you why. I got to meet his coach. I got to befriend Errol a little bit when he was here in Vegas. There were also those rumors of him knocking out Adrian Broner during sparring, and I like Errol, man. I like him. He's a good kid, and here's the other thing too about Errol. He asked for this fight. He said, "Hey, give me Kell Brook and I'll go all the way to the UK and fight him. So when somebody's calling you out, he's going hard to the paint, man. So
you bet too emotionally.
I'm an emotional picker. I'm going Errol Spence, and I'll actually say Errol Spence will knock him out.
You picked
every young lion that called out an older guy. You would be a millionaire.
Now that's
right?
the reason why I went 0-4.
That's why he won absolutely nothing last week.
Yes, that's right. So
there you go.
But Jeremy's smart. So.
Now, Ariana, before we let you go, thank you so much for joining us and everything. Your website, where people can follow you on Twitter and everything, where is it?
Twitter is Ariana Marie XXX, and then my website is arianamarie.com. So.
arianamarie.com with one N.
One N,
right?
One N.
Wow. Who would you bet on? This is going to be an interesting one, because if she wins,
She'll
we
be right.
both look like geniuses. I'm just going to let you know that.
You'll be right.
If I
already
win,
know
I'll
it.
come back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, actually.
I think she's going to win, and I think she's going to come back, and I think we're going to have
a
a lot of fun
powwow.
with this. We absolutely are. All right, stay with us. After the break, we're going to have more from the Cagesiders. Angelo, Reyes, Jeremy Long, Ariana Marie. We'll see you in just 1 second.
Everyone, welcome back to the Cagesiders. Jeremy Long, along with the coach, Angelo Reyes. Always a fun
Fun show, man.
Ariana
I love Ariana Marie.
I know you do.
No, you know what I'm saying.
It's
I thought it
creepy.
was really fun to have her in
kept
studio.
staring at her, breathing
Okay, yeah, I was staring at her.
You were? You're breathing heavy and everything. It's weird. We had to
Okay.
mop up around the studio.
All
So we, of course, I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
We got
We are a very G show.
I was gonna say stop. I was gonna talk about Kell Brook.
Yeah, let's talk about Kell Brook. Okay, it's gonna be fun. Everybody should watch the Kell Brook Errol Spence fight. Again, I'm picking my man Errol Spence. My guy always going against me. He's probably gonna win anyways. He's going Kell Brook, but definitely tune in and watch it. That's gonna be one of the best fights you've seen this year. I hear it's already sold out, something like 30,000 seats or something crazy like that.
Yeah, man.
UK's doing their thing.
Different boxing world.
Yeah.
Okay. Different boxing world in the UK. A lot of great fights. Continues the very, very strong push at boxing this year by Showtime, PBC, and these groups.
Yeah.
And even HBO. I'll give HBO some
Yeah,
love.
you gotta give HBO some love, right?
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
And then also a special shout out to our friends at Tough Enough. Last weekend, they had a great event. Our boy Cody Hamlin.
Yeah, congratulations, Cody.
And I hear you may be fighting for a title.
I hope so. A belt. Come on, get it done, Jeff.
Their next event's going to be their annual Pack the Mac event, so you're not going to want to miss it. It's free to the public, so pick up some tickets wherever you can find them.
And let's not forget UFC. Watch that. Teixeira Gustafsson.
Yep, that's going to be a good main event.
I'm picking Gustafsson.
Yeah, there you go. Pick Gustafsson.
You're gonna go Teixeira, aren't you?
No, I like Teixeira. He's got heavy hands, but I like Alexander more. So
Okay.
there you go. That's it.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, for everyone here, I want to say thank you so much for watching us. Catch us each and every Friday, 7 a.m., 6 p.m. right here on the Action Channel. I'm Adam Ruff. We'll see you next time.